Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my second channel, Shwabados. This is where you can find my reactions to music, some behind the scenes stuff, and the ongoing series, Shwab-Analysis, where I review some of the tracks you guys have been sending in, give you pointers, what you've done right, what you could improve, etc, etc. So, we've had a mixed bag in the past, but generally, I would say the quality of stuff I'm getting is increasing steadily, kind of as we go, which is exciting. Today I've got 4 tracks to go through, some by some names I know, most of them by people I don't know, so we'll go right into it, and we're starting off with Sky Limits.
Out there in the open, send me far away. All I am is broken.
Okay, I really dig this instrumental. I know Sky, I don't think, produces his own stuff, so I think this is a bot instrumental, but I really dig it. It's super chill. Really like those vocals as well. Super clean. Super clean. Sky's mixing has been getting really good, I feel like. Obviously, I know Sky's music. I've listened to a decent amount of it, so I'm familiar enough to be able to say that this is kind of a level above some things that I've heard in the past, so that's exciting.
Will they call my name?
The harmony is huge.
When I'm gone forever, will I be the same? Or will we die together? We all live at the bottom, nowhere to escape. And yeah, we got some problems, I've been battling with fate.
Okay. Wow. This is the best mixed Sky Limit song I think I've ever heard. This is great. This is like really good so far. I dig this a lot. When that like switch up came in to go into, I guess, the verse with the more rap style vocals, really interesting, came in with those overdubs with the distortion on them. Alright, so he has the rap style stuff where that really interesting flow that he's written in there, which is something I feel like he's struggled a lot in the past to get down, but it flows super nice and interesting. It keeps me hooked, and it's smooth. It has the overdubs in, bringing a lot of punch to some of those lines, as well as like the tuned main vocal, and then he has this layer of harmony, ad-libs underneath, which is, it's just all layered together, and it's like really sweet little package right now.
I just want to show the world all my love and passion. Thank you to the people out there reacting. Little did I know I'm my own assassin. I hope I can show everyone compassion. Yeah, I know.
Okay, alright, this is sick. So not only has he got these like really sick little sections that are like very different and like very well composed individually, but they fit together really nicely, and he's using those switch ups to keep me constantly just like hooked on edge. I cannot believe I've already been listening to this song for a minute and a half. It feels like no time has passed at all.
Let me find the way. Let me break my limit.
Wow, really good. Really impressed by that, Sky. That was dope. I cannot wait until the album comes out. This is an unreleased track of his, and I think he's putting together a full album. So when that comes out, when that drops, I'm just gonna be looping that shit. Wow, really? Yeah.
I got that Beantown state of mind. Yeah. Dropping that heat, my flow is like hot potato. Knocking out the competition KO. Don't worry about my payroll, worry about your pesos. I've been making connections like I'm playing with Legos. Molding my mind like Socrates and Plato. Cause ignorance is bliss, and I know that shit could be fatal. Be grateful, and they know my flow is legendary. Never ordinary, grinding every day until I meet the cemetery.
Whoa, this is sick. Okay, the flow and the lyricism is on point. Wow, this guy, I was expecting, because I've been disappointed in the past when someone comes out with like a sick first opener bar where it's like it flows super smooth and you're like, oh sweet, where's this going? And then it kind of falls off. So I was holding off. I was like, I don't want to pop off too early because I've been disappointed before. But wow, yeah, just like straight 8 bars of just fucking non-stop smooth delivery with like fucking 5 or 6 really great bars in there. I loved it. This video has 30 views. That is crazy. You did some really good stuff there. That was just the flow, the constant smooth delivery. You really never dropped it, which is so impressive. And from like a writing standpoint, that I have to give you props there. Your vocals as well were really strong. I love your style that you've developed. A lot of the punchlines really witty, or dropping the wit for a second, the punchlines, you came with like the really emotionally, I feel, charged and not political, but how to describe it? I just feel like you're using your music to say something, you know, you have a message that you're trying to deliver, which is really cool. You can kind of work with both that very serious delivery and that very serious style of writing, as well as working with those really quite funny punchlines that you're inserting in there. So that mix is beautiful. I really like the structure that you had in the song. You had a full 3-minute song with a hook at the start and the end, and just the entire middle of it was just bars, just rap for the entire thing, which is, I really like that, and I don't see it very often, to be honest, except for in old school kind of stuff. You don't see it in a lot of modern music. I personally really like that style. I know that some people don't though, so maybe in terms of more general appeal, having a little couple of breaks ups, maybe putting that hook somewhere in the middle as well to split your song into more of like 2 verses might have worked better. But personally for me, that's not an issue. It's just a case of, you know, who you're trying to appeal to, what's the audience you're trying to garner. So that's a personal preference thing. Otherwise, yeah, I really can't pick a fault with this. Really good work. I will be looking forward to your future work, for sure.
I feel like I'm losing hope in my body and my soul, and the sky, it looks so ominous.
Straight off the bat, I think you have quite an interesting voice. It's definitely a lower register than I think a lot of women have. So you have that feminine voice with a slightly lower register, which is always something I like to hear. Your general tone is fine, and your kind of cadence control and the way you reach notes is fine, but I think it could be tighter. That's just a practice thing. If you were kind of a recording artist and you had a little setup and you had if you went into a studio or whatever, I feel like they would definitely tune these vocals kind of a lot heavier than most professional singers would require, if you know what I mean, just because the tiny bit of sloppiness in certain areas kind of stands out when you've got an actual production rather than just, a cover that you're doing on a phone.
Are you punishing me?
Like that was really off, actually. That note just didn't quite hit where you wanted it, and you did like the little waver, and it sounded really sloppy. Is
this the price I'm paying for my past mistakes?
No, didn't hit it at all. Yeah, I think you need practice, and if you're doing something like this, you need to find a way where you can record multiple takes, because unless you're a well-practiced live artist, doing something in one take, you will very rarely perfect it, okay? So you need to practice, do more takes, and find a way to record that works with your vocal style.
You're all going to die. Didn't mean to remind you of it, but it is on your schedule.
Okay, I just need to make. I do not like that guitar tone straight off the bat. The percussion is fine. I think it sounds like it's programmed percussion rather than live recorded percussion. The percussion's fine. It's mixed decently. But that guitar tone, the melody was cool. I like that melody and stuff, but the tone needs to change, in my opinion.
Every moment spent with me was regretted, and every ounce of energy left standing will only bear the silence of me staring at the ground, not making any sound, terrified if I'm alive, praying to painlessly die, 'cause I don't know how to deal with myself.
This is so weird because, okay, a lot of folks I think will listen to this and think, this is bad, right? This is like amateurish. And it's like, I think this is just a lot of the stylistic choices you're making, I think, can come across as just making your song poorly made. You know what I mean? Like, you have that vocal delivery, which is 100% intentional, that can sound sloppy, but that's part of that lo-fi punk, emo kind of indie stuff. That's a whole part of the aesthetic. So personally, I really, really like your singing. I really like your vocal style and your singing. I think the instrumentation and the mixing and the rest of the stuff needs a bit of work in terms of just making it sound more full, a little cleaner, you know what I mean? And making it serve the aesthetic of the song a little better, because your vocals are really good, in my opinion. Okay, I'm getting like, okay, this episode is crazy for me because I'm actually enjoying a lot of the stuff I'm hearing, but also I'm getting like flashbacks. Like when I was listening to that second track by, who was it? It was JGBOSTON. That JGBOSTON track, it had like the exact same energy as, you know, like some Run the Jewels songs, and this has precisely the same sound and energy as like early like Cat's Millionaire and Black Dresses. So it's like that crazy lo-fi indie sloppy garage punk stuff that I really enjoy it, and it's the kind of thing that I don't think I listen to enough of, but I used to listen to a lot of when I was at university. I don't know what it is about it, but it just makes me happy. You know, it's I feel like it's very energetic. It's fun in a way. It's kind of whimsical. I don't think I can criticize a lot other than, you know, the production of a lot of the instrumental. And I think a lot of people might not like this stylistically rather than in terms of how good it is. So I really like this. But I feel like it's not something that has a huge appeal, but that's just the nature of punk and emo and indie kind of lo-fi stuff, you know what I mean? It has a niche audience, but thankfully I am a part of that niche. Okay, well that marks the end of the video, and I've got to say, 3 out of 4 is not bad at all, you know what I mean? I have now followed KULE on Spotify, I'm looking up JGBOSTON on YouTube, I'm really excited for Sky Limit's next album. This might be the best one I've recorded so far. Y'all have sent in some sick stuff. I'm so gassed right now because of some of this stuff that y'all sent in. Yeah, keep it coming. Really, really big fan. Right, yeah, this series will not stop until everyone stops sending me music. So if you've got something you want me to review, criticize, give you feedback on, whatever, or you just got something you think will gas me up like I had today, send it to my email address. It's shwabadi@gmail.com. It'll be in the description of the video as well. Alright, thank you. Stay subscribed to see more shit like this, and check out the links in the description. I'm going to link to all of these folks. Some of them have YouTube channels, one of them is on Spotify. All those links will be down in the description. Please support these artists because they are apparently putting out some dope shit. Thank you so much for tuning in, as always, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.